John Jones just retired, largely thought by many to be the greatest fighter of all time in MMA. A dominant champion, but one who also did so many things that tarnished his legacy. Suspensions for drug use, the arrests, the pictograms, all the different things that he did. And then, of course, at the end, he runs away from Tom Aspinall. He wanted no parts of Tom Aspinall, didn't want to face Tom Aspinall because he knew and he knows that Tom Aspinall is the boogeyman for him. And could I see John Jones coming back to the UFC? Absolutely, at 205 pounds. Because I think he wants to fight Alex Pereira, actually, when you think about it. But what we saw this past Saturday with Ilia Topuria in his devastating knockout win over Charles Oliveira is the actual GOAT of MMA. I'm saying it right now. Ilia Topuria is the greatest fighter I've ever seen in MMA. And there are a lot of people that agree with that. I can tell you that for sure. I was talking to a buddy of mine who's highly involved in combat sports, and he said his terminology was he's Conor McGregor 2.0. Excuse me. But what makes him more impressive is that he's Conor McGregor 2.0 with better skills, with lightning power, but wrestling ability, takedown defense, and the ability to beat you wherever he wants. And we've seen it over and over again. He destroys Alexander Volkanovski, knocks him out. He then knocks out Max Holloway. He then knocks out Charles Oliveira. And Oliveira had never been knocked out. Max Holloway had never been knocked out. Unreal, unreal, unreal. Knocks out Oliveira in 2.5 minutes. And honestly, first minute, you could see such a big size difference between these two guys. Oliveira was so much bigger than him. And then he tries to take him down. And what ends up happening is Oliveira ends up on his back because Topuria is that strong. He turns him while they're going to the ground. And he ends up on top. And Oliveira goes for the leg lock. He had it was close, I thought. I thought it was close. But Topuria escapes it. He's already got Oliveira busted up in the first minute in his face, already bleeding. And then he lands a right that knocked him out. And it wasn't even a big right. It was just a short right. He cracked him perfectly, put him out. Then here comes the left. He was already knocked out on the right. Like, I don't think people understand how good Charles Oliveira is. He's always been a guy who's gotten dropped. He's taken a shot, gets up. It happened against Gaethje. It happened against Poirier. It's happened against everybody. Where he gets dropped and he gets back up. Islam Makhachev did not knock out Charles Oliveira. He submitted him. Did not knock him out. And here is Ilia Topuria, all 5'7" of him, moving up in weight class to 55, vacating his 45 belt, and absolutely putting on a demolition of Charles Oliveira. I was shocked. I wasn't shocked that he won. I was shocked in how he won. I'm going to knock him out in the first round, he says. And what happens? He does exactly what he said. There's a fighter before that's used to be that Mystic Mac type of thing. And let me tell you something. He is that and more. He is that guy and he is more. The fact that he comes up after the fight and says that he had to promise Dana White to not request and demand to face Islam Makhachev after the fight in the cage. I was talking again to my same friend, and we were like, yo, he's going to come in. He's saying he's going to come in. He's going to win the fight, and then he's going to go, I'm going to move to 170 to face Islam Makhachev. Because he wants to fight Islam Makhachev. He wants to show that he can put Islam Makhachev out. And if he were to do that, there would be no debate as who the greatest fighter of all time is. People might still have that debate. Ilia Topuria, right now, in my opinion, can move up to 170 and knock out Islam Makhachev or Jack Della Maddalena. He'd knock them both out. He's quick as hell. He's strong as hell. And he hits like a ton of bricks. Unreal. Unreal performance. And all you can do watching this man fight is say, Jesus Christ, we've seen this before. And his name was Conor McGregor. But he also you got to keep this in mind. What made Conor McGregor so incredible to people? He would come out and he would throw his hands and he would knock people out. He'd let you know he's going to do it, and he did it. But even more so, his following was so large. Why? Because he's not from this country. He's an Irishman, and he had the country behind him. But he also dressed the part. He talked the part. He spoke it. He did all that stuff, and then he performed the part. Ilia Topuria is doing the exact same thing. His English is broken. It's a second language comparatively. He dresses like a G, and he just does what he does. He does what he does. He's undefeated. It's what, 17-0 now? He's got wins over the greatest fighters of all time. He has wins over the two greatest featherweights of all time in Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. The guy is unbelievable. And he's beating the guys who can do jiu-jitsu. He's beating the guys that can throw hands. He's beating the guys who can wrestle. He's beating them all. 17-0. 15 stoppages. The only guys he hasn't stopped were Josh Emmett and Youssef Zalal, his first fight in the UFC. The guy's amazing. The guy's amazing. And the Paddy Pimblett thing, he will destroy Paddy Pimblett. He will destroy Justin Gaethje. He's going to destroy anybody at 55. I don't see a guy at 55 with a shot and shit. The only guy that I think would be interesting, the only guy would be a fight against Dustin Poirier. And that's if Dustin Poirier was to beat Max Holloway next month. But Poirier says that's a retirement fight. That is the only stylistic fight that would interest me, that where I would think that maybe there's a shot. But even then, Poirier gets cracked too. He gets in wars. He's older, not as quick. That split second is the difference between you and your lights being put out. You being awake and your lights being put out. If Poirier beats Max Holloway, might he try to come back for one more if it's a title shot? I don't know. Probably not. I think, but you never know. These guys have egos. You beat Max Holloway a third time, you feel good about yourself. You feel yourself. Because right now, who else is there to fight for a title? Paddy Pimblett's interesting because he has a big following, and it would make for a mega fight. But the fact of the matter is he had to promise the UFC that he would not call out Islam Makhachev at 70. He wants to fight Makhachev. But let's say Makhachev was to beat Della Maddalena. And then, but now we've seen that Paddy Pimblett's fighting Justin Gaethje as the co-main event against DDP, or on the DDP Khamzat Chimaev card. But what if What if Islam Makhachev wins this fight against Jack Della Maddalena, and then Ilia Topuria says, "Fuck that. I want Makhachev at 70." What is Makhachev going to do? Retire or run to 85? Ilia Topuria will chase him there too. He wants Makhachev. It ain't the belt. He wants Islam Makhachev. And I think that would make for a fight that would sell. I don't know how they're doing pay-per-views anymore, but that would be a pay-per-view fight card that would sell epically. Because Ilia Topuria is becoming Conor McGregor, as my buddy says, Conor McGregor 2.0. He has the Spanish background. He has the fans that love him. Mind you, he was getting booed in Vegas because Oliveira's a lovable guy. But he has that international appeal, that Spaniard, the Georgian. Think about the fact that Merab Dvalishvili says, I can't spar with that dude. He hit me in the body twice so hard I couldn't deal with it. He said, like, that's just absolute lunacy when you think about that. When you think about that, how crazy that is. That he says, yeah, I couldn't take those shots in sparring. Sparring, man. Merab couldn't take shots in sparring? Bro, you know how hard you've got to hit? Like, do you realize how hard you've got to hit? It's insane. When you think about it, it's insane. Ilia Topuria is the greatest fighter of all time. I'm saying this shit right now. He may not be in people's opinions, but he's gonna be. Name me a guy right now that you think at 155 that you think could beat him. Here's the thing. Islam Makhachev could win the title at 70, but I don't think Islam Makhachev would be the best fighter at 170. I think Kamaru Usman beats him. I think Kamaru Usman absolutely beats him. Because the things that Islam Makhachev wants to do to Kamaru Usman, I don't think that he can do. I don't think that he can ragdoll Kamaru Usman and wrestle him. I don't think he can do it. Incredible performance. My hats off are to Ilia Topuria because, I mean, look, I thought I did pick Oliveira in large part because I was hoping. But the power of Ilia Topuria, the quickness, the angles, the way he moves is absolutely incredible. And if you haven't seen it yet, I don't even know what to say. He is out of this world good, bro. Out of this world good. Trying to find that graphic that I just saw from Marab and what he said. Let me see here. I want to quote it properly. And you see how good Marab is. He says right here, the reason he doesn't spar with Topuria anymore, he's so organized. Ilia, he sees things before he works for and he has plans. I can't spar with him anymore last because he hits too hard. He dropped me 2 times from body shots. Thank God my head is fine. Every time I finished sparring with him, I was happy. Thank God it's over. That's crazy. Coming from Merab Dvalishvili, who is a dominating 135 champion. Unreal. I mean, there's no words, man. There's no words. The man's unbelievable, and he made that card. That card ended up being really good, honestly. The co-main event with Pantoja, his dominating performance over Kai Kara France, the fight with Brandon Royval and Joshua Van. Joshua Van's an incredible fighter. I think Pantoja beats him though. I think Pantoja beats him, but incredible performance. With him and Royval. I think Royval tried to be too ballsy and didn't go for takedowns like he should have. And he got absolutely smashed in a stand-up fight. The fight card though, it turned out to be a pretty good fight card. I wish there'd been more fights. I do believe that. I remain with that. that you need to have more fights on a fight card like this. But when you look at it, I mean, the Peyton Talbot fight over Felipe Lima, that was a great performance by Talbot. But Neil Dariush coming back against Renato Moicano, I mean, he lost the first round, won the next 2 rounds. Good job there. Get a little boring because he wants to wrestle so much. The knockout from Gregory Robocop Rodriguez over Jack Hermanson, he put him into the dark age. I mean, there was a little bit where we were like, is he going to get up? Like, this is scary. This is scary shit. Jose Miguel Delgado beats Hader Emil by KO in round 1. Tracy Cortez beats Viviana Raju by decision, and then Araju won't shake her hand. Terrence McKinney with a ridiculous submission over Vyacheslav Borshev. Jacoby Smith and Nico Price was an absolute slobber knocker in the 2 rounds that it went. I mean, Jacoby Smith nearly emptied the entire tank in the first round. I swear to God, Nico Price, I thought might get him in the first round. He took so much from Smith. Smith was gassed out, but then Nico Price does that Nico Price shit, and he does something stupid and ends up getting caught and gets submitted. But it was a hell of a fight while it went on, and Jonathan Deniz defeats Alvin Hayes via unanimous decision. Again, this was a really good card overall. It turned out great, but holy shit, Ilia Topuria is a motherfucker, man. He is the greatest of all time. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. You think I'm crazy? Y'all leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is Comeback Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in.